Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Man Blitz. I'm Jake Lynch. Hey, all these skill players wearing single digits. Hey, who's going to look the best? Patrick Peterson, Christian McCaffrey? You like it?
I like Christian McCaffrey in 5. That would look sick. I'm Micah Huff and the Brooklyn Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, 20 points. Kevin Durant, 17 points. 5 for 5. It's like he never left. But that won't stop me from preaching Sixers to the finals all day. Winning the East.
Hey, and Blake Griffin was dunking too. That's looking good, man.
I saw that, bro. I was like, oh, this man can still dunk. Like, it's like he didn't dunk for a year in the Pistons, but that really tells you play a lot better when you're happier. Remember that, athletes.
That is true. You know, we got a lot of GMs listening to our podcast, according to Joe Spivak. Well, we got a great interview for you guys today. We got an interview with Northwestern Defensive Tackle Joe Spivak, bringing the juice, man. It's
not a Bolingbrook alum either. We had a lot of Bolingbrook guys, but it's a Montini guy this time.
Got a Catholic League guy this time. So it was good to have him on. Great interview. It was long, but it was good. If you watch it, if you listen through it, it was good. Hey, Mom, I'm sorry for the cursing. I'm sorry. I know you're not going to like it. But it was good. I liked it. I think that was one of our best interviews so far.
Yeah.
Definitely. So make sure to subscribe to Six Man Blitz on YouTube. We're almost at 100 at 88.
Another giveaway at 100.
We'll see what happens then. But subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. You know we on there. Six Man Blitz on there. And then make sure to follow us on social medias at Six Man Blitz, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever Facebook all the time. Or not Facebook, social media all the time. So
we be on Facebook sometimes though.
Maybe sometimes, yeah. You get those notifications every day. Blah blah blah. Supposed to know. I don't care about the update. I don't care. But make sure to hit that plus button if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Downloads help us out and go a long way. And now, enjoy the interview.
Touchdown Bears! No way!
Hangs, fires, yeah! The Bulls lead 87-86.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
All right, now let's welcome on Northwestern Defensive Tackle Joe Spivak. How you doing today, man?
Yes, sir. Good, guys. Thank you guys for having me on. Appreciate you guys.
Man, since we started this, we were like, we got to get Joe on here. The man with the juice, the man of the hour, man.
Appreciate you guys. Freaking love you guys being in the podcast game. Love some dudes from the burbs. Freaking got to stick together. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, no doubt. So we're talking about from the burbs. Let's start off with your Montini days. I was doing some research on you. You were a 3-time captain in high school. How's that even possible, man?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, Montini was an awesome experience. I'm super blessed, I always knew, going into it, I always knew, that was just going to be a step. My goal since, 4th grade was, play ball at Northwestern. But I knew, you had to take the right steps, to do that. And, I went into it and embraced it. Obviously, Montini's got a great, winning culture there that was, built on a lot of failure in the early years, but just kept grinding coaches that I had that just stuck with the program and built it into something really strong. And it was an unbelievable experience when you're around coaches Coach Andriano, Coach Brew. My dad was there for a little bit too and just always was pushing me better. Guys like that just, make you your best. That's who I had to surround myself with, and they made it possible. It was an awesome experience though.
Yeah, Montini's turned it around. Every time I go when they are the state championship weekend, it's always Montini JCA, every year.
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit this year. I don't know. It's a weird freaking year. I don't know a lot about it, but they're not even doing state playoffs and shit this year.
No,
I think it's freaking ridiculous. But they've been struggling a little bit the first couple games. We'll see it. We'll see if they get the ball going though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You talk a little about Northwestern. You took the opportunity to walk onto Northwestern over some other schools. Talk about the decision a little more. Was it a little hard choosing to walk on?
For sure. I mean, yeah, I'd love to sit here and lie and be like, oh, it's the easiest decision of my life. But no, it's a really, really big decision. I mean, I love Northwestern. I tell the story that I think we have a running joke in the facility that we're pretty sure I have the more youth camps done than any kid ever, because I'd literally come to every youth camp in every summer since 1st grade at Northwestern. I just loved it there. Yeah, I tell a story that I literally remember in 4th grade being on the field after one of those little youth camps. You know, it's not like recruiting. Like, they don't mean anything. You run into dummies and whatnot. And standing there with my dad and being like, I'm going to play here one day. And that was when, like, the dream was kind of born, when the goal was born. But just, like, growing up around Big Ten football and then, like, being blessed to, like, start going through the recruiting process. And, like, I know a lot of people, like, complain about, like, camps because those are, like, really good opportunities to recruit. But, like, they're back-to-back every weekend, and it's hot as balls in the summer, and you're fucking driving to countless different high schools for remote camps and shit and going to different states. But, like, I genuinely loved that part of the process, just, like, being in the car, going different places and, like, proving myself. And, like, recruiting was just absolute blessing. But ultimately, like, it felt like every time I went somewhere else besides Northwestern, I was just comparing it to Northwestern. And, you know, like, I was blessed to have some scholarship offers, but, like, I just knew that, like, it was more than a 4-year decision, and just the culture I felt at Northwestern was really, like I said, it came back. We kind of me and my mom and dad would sit down, I'd talk to my sisters, and it was always, like, comparing to Northwestern. And finally we were like, I think we know where I'm going to go. Yeah.
They got those views too. That I saw that post. I think Pat Fitzgerald put out.
Yeah, Pat
like
Fitzgerald.
lifting with the
Dude,
sunset out. I was like,
it's
ooh.
the fucking best. We always, like, because, like, the fucking summers at Northwestern, because, like, you know, football and most sports are on campus all summer or whatever. And, like, you know, we're at the beach the whole entire time, go hit a rooftop downtown on the weekend, you know, good shit like that. And we're like, what the fuck do guys in, like, Iowa and Nebraska do? Like, huddle around and just grease by a pool? Like, that's good stuff, but, like, you need some change up. You need a little nature here and there. It's fucking awesome.
Hey, after this interview, you gonna catch us in the transfer portal or something.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
All right, so one of the most interesting things about you being a walk-on is you come from a family of walk-ons. Your dad was a walk-on, your sister's multiple were walk-ons. So were walking out always an option for you coming from, you know, a family home?
No, 100%. That's a really good question too, because, like, want to make it super clear that I know how lucky I was to, like, have the opportunity to walk on, and for my parents to say, like, you know, we can help you financially with this. It's going to be tough, but, like, we're willing to help you pursue this dream at Northwestern because we know what that means to you. And, like, frankly, there's probably the majority of parents would say, listen, scholarship offers, you're going there. And, like, that is no fault to them at all. Like, a scholarship offer is an unbelievable blessing, but I was super lucky to be in that position. My parents let me do that. And with that being said, like, I'll kind of go, you guys know who Chris Bergen is, one of our outside linebackers, just a fucking animal, nutcase. But he was a walk-on too, turned scholarship dude. He started for the past 3 years, just a fucking savage. And his dad told him when he dropped him off, he said, remember, everyone's walk-ons. Some people just don't fucking know it. And that's just, like, that's exactly what my family grew up believing and preaching, was that underdog mentality that you got to prove yourself every day. That was something that was, like, really embraced. And seeing my sisters go through it, earning scholarship bit by bit, freaking munching for more in the swimming where they get, I don't know, like 4 scholarships for the whole team or something. Right. You know, just fighting for everything they could. It's more than that, but and same with, like, my dad's story. It was great. I was really lucky to have the support from my family, and we still rally around that walk-on mentality with everything we do.
Now, yeah, you lived that walk-on life. So now, what is some advice you would give to some walk-ons or some people who are looking to walk onto a school?
Dude, hell yeah, that's a good question. Shit, that's a hard question. I mean, I don't know. I feel like one thing that jumps out is obviously just using it to your edge. One thing I found, like, comfort in, and I don't know if other walk-ons would agree with this, but I found comfort knowing that, like, with that underdog mentality, like, I got nothing to fucking lose. Like, the guys that they're giving scholarships coming in, like, they're believing in them. They got to make them great. Like, it's on me to make me great and prove myself for myself and my family and stuff like that. Just having that mentality that, like, I can't fail here. I can only go up, like, starting from the bottom kind of. And that's such a fucking cliche, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know we know what you're saying.
I always found comfort in that. I always found comfort in that. And then, I mean, honestly, it's like anyone coming into a fucking new college career or new college without sports or going into a job, just, like, fucking grind your ass off, be yourself, and fucking have fun with it. I feel like that goes for everything.
Yeah, no doubt. He asked that question because he's a walk-on himself at NIU.
Hell, are you playing at NIU?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Dude, I'm sorry I didn't research more. What position do you play?
I play fullback right now, but yeah. Hey,
Dude, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Get yourself the biggest neck roll you can find. That's fucking sick, dude. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, guys. Busy week. I wish I would have looked into it more.
It's the fullback podcast over here.
Let's fucking go.
Got some fullbacks over here, man. So
that's awesome. Yo, how many games did y'all get in this year? Because Max started a little bit late, right? You guys like kind of started when like the Pac-12 did and shit, right?
Yeah, they had like 6 games.
Okay.
Last season, yeah.
Good deal. Hell yeah. All right, bro. Let's go. Did you get any tick or not?
Yeah.
No, I came in this spring. It's like my first
semester. Sick. Let's go. Did you early enroll or did you just walk on this spring?
Yeah, I just walked on this spring.
Okay, sick, man. Good luck to you. Have you guys like started workouts and stuff yet?
Yeah.
Dude, let's go. I don't want to like. Once again, I'm sorry. I don't want to like sidetrack your guys' podcast. Like,
no,
you can do this later if you want. But like, I just genuinely want to know, like, dude, I fucking get behind that. That's fucking awesome.
So yeah, you come in as a walk-on, and then you get the scholarship 2 years later, and the first thing you do is go get the tattoo of the Wildcat on you.
Dude, hell yeah, bro.
Whoa, what went into that?
You have to fucking do it, bro. You kidding me? Come on now. No, dude. So I always knew, like pretty much all the tats I have, like I've wanted since like 8th grade, like freshman year of high. Like I've always loved tattoos. My cousin was covered in them. He's a big Samoan dude. Like just always looked up to him. And then the end cap on the cap is actually like one I knew day one, like wherever I go to school, I'm going to get it for a couple of reasons. One, my uncle Mac, who is not actually my uncle. My dad played ball with him at Illinois State. But I'm as close to Uncle Mac, probably closer than, no offense to my real uncles, but anyone in my family. He's my guy. I love him. He's my second dad. And Uncle Mac, brought together through football with my dad, he has a fucking badass tattoo on his calf of and like American Eagle fucking soaring. And whatever, I haven't even talked to him about the significance of hips too much, but like growing up, we were always around Uncle Mac, and I always saw like this badass tattoo on his jacked ass calf because like he went from football to like cycling a ton, so he's just got wicked cut up calves. And then going from that, like being that a relationship from college, all my sisters got something from their school tattooed. So like my one sister who swam at Illinois has the black eye on her ankle with like a butterfly swimmer going through it. Sister from Mizzou got the paw print with some other stuff around. My sister from Michigan State's got the Sparty with like some of her sorority stuff on it. So like it's also like kind of a family thing. But the number one thing I always knew was gonna be the calf for Uncle Mac, just because like it's a tribute to him too. A tribute to like the best part of football, which I'm sure like y'all can agree with, is just the brotherhood, like the people you make, the relationships. Like there's nothing better.
Yeah, that locker room environment, man, nothing better than that.
It's the best.
All your best friends.
Exactly, dude. It's the fucking best.
But now you played at Northwestern with one of the best coaches in the country. Now, do you have a Pat Fitzgerald story for us?
Dude. Shit. We might need to circle back to this one. I feel like I do. I don't know, like, I will say, and I feel like I always say this, and like a lot of our players say this, but like, what you see is what you get with Coach Fitz. Like, I have so many friends who play at different schools around the country and stuff, and like, the coaches they have, they seem great on TV, and what they see, and they're described as, oh, it's a players coach, yeah. And then you talk to them, and they're like, nah, they don't really know anyone besides like the starting fucking senior captains or whatever. And it's like, damn, like that's a shame. And I can honestly say, like, from the second you get there, Coach Lawn knows every single person, every freaking walk-on punter to the 5-star recruit. Like, it doesn't matter, which I respect the shit out of, is the way he builds relationships with players. And that's a really good thing that he does. And like I said, what you see is what you get. Like, he brings the juice. You can tell him and most of our coaches, like, would give anything just to fucking strap up the helmets. Fitz is always, like, we do, like, you know, every team does inside run. We call it combo. But, like, you know, before you get in a team run or whatever, it's like inside run period, just fucking downhill runs. And Coach Lawn and fucking linebackers coach are always throwing linebackers out of the way to fucking line up and take reps. They're psychos. But no, dude, I'll let me brainstorm. I'll think a little bit while we keep going, see if anything pops in my head.
Oh yeah, all right, for sure.
Yeah, those are the best type of coaches.
Oh yeah, no doubt. All right, so finally turned April on the calendar, and that only means one thing: NFL Draft Month. Now, Northwestern's got a top 10 pick this year, hopefully, in Rashad Slater.
Hell yeah, we do. Rashad Slater's going fucking number 1. He's not, but he's going top 10.
All right, so there's a lot of O-line versus D-line stuff in practice. How was it going against them in practice?
Dude, Rashad is a fucking brick shithouse, bro. He sucks to go against in practice, but he fucking gets you better. So I'll say this. I never, besides maybe like freshman year, I don't even remember, like summer maybe, never took a one-on-one, like a true one-on-one pass rush rep. So I'm always inside, he's always outside. But like I will never forget our first practice, being there and him jumping up with the ones and like locking down some of our best like fourth and fifth year pass rush. And everyone's just like, oh shit, like this guy's the real fucking deal, man, as a freshman, you know? And like, that's all he did was just fucking grind. And I mean, I'll say like playing 3-tech, like there was nothing fucking worse than like him fucking down blocking you when you're taking on a fucking guard and just feeling him fucking throttle your ass. I mean, he is a hoss, and he deserves as high as he's gonna go. He deserves every recognition he gets, because like that dude is literally addicted to his grind and his craft. Like I'm not kidding. You'd literally like walk in the locker room like 8 at night, and he'd just be in there fucking next to his locker, fucking doing sets and shit, like literally non-stop grinding, and just so committed to his craft, and just like the most humble dude you ever meet. Like I'm so jacked for him to get this money, because like no one deserves it more than him. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, when he played Ohio State, he locked down Chase Young
all year. All the best. Chase Young, AJ Epinesa, like unreal players. Like that whole year, that was their game. That was their worst game. So I had an off game. No, they didn't. They were going against Rashad. And yeah, dude, I think he's gonna do great, man. I think he's gonna do great. I saw, once again, like I don't know enough about O-line or enough about draft prospects or even like what the NFL's looking for to like say anything. You know, I hope anyone listening understands like everything I say here is just my fucking opinion, and I don't give a shit. But like I saw some more things matching up him and Penei Sewell, who's obviously a stud too, and it's just like, dude, he's got it, man. I'm so jacked for him.
Yeah, he sounds like a guy. But heading into your senior year, what are some challenges and some positives of being one of the older guys and one of the leaders? Yeah,
no, dude, it's awesome. I mean, I will say a positive is you really start to appreciate every moment. And I think I've done an okay job of that, you know, my whole career here. I've always been really thankful for where I'm at and trying to soak everything up. But like even today, I was in the locker room with one of our early enrollees, Anthony Tyus, awesome dude. And he was talking and stuff. He's like, man, like he literally asked me the same question. He's like, what's it like being a fifth year? I'm like, dude, like literally, and it's, once again, it's cliche, but like yesterday, it felt like I was in the locker room talking to like Garrett Dickerson and other fifth years and Tyler Lancaster and stuff, and being like, damn, like these guys are so old, and just like in a blink of an eye it goes so fast. And like you realize that too, like being a walk-on and just always grinding, and like just that college football lifestyle of you're up at 5 a.m. every day and grinding and going through it. Like the days seem so long, and then you look and you're like, damn, that's another semester gone, that's another season gone, that's another year gone. And I think that's one of the biggest things for me. I'm sorry, I could rant about this all day. You guys got great questions. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. But that's one of the biggest things. It's just like really starting to appreciate every moment. And then obviously having that experience and, you know, having a good relationship with your coach, your position coach, and, you know, your teammates and stuff, knowing how to work through adversity and that things are going to be okay, and being like, okay, like I've gone through this before. My first step has started doing this before. What did I go back to last time? Just personally crafting your technique further and kind of knowing how to do that, and knowing how to like self-adjust has been big. And then obviously just a big responsibility I put on myself, and pretty much all our upperclassmen do, as well as underclassmen that are really, you know, have themselves taken care of, it is finding ways to lead more than yourself. You know, obviously you have to lead yourself first, but then finding guys to take with you, seeing someone who's dragging a little bit and, you know, pushing them. And if they're still dragging, you know, sitting them down and talking to them and just really trying to find ways to lead better and, you know, be the best team that I can. Cause I mean, like we just said, like the best. And you correct me if I'm wrong, having just walked onto a football program, like the best part of this game at college football is the relationships you make in that locker room. Like that is what it's all about. So just fostering those to last way past this last season, you know?
Them days do go by like that. Like, we're already like one more week of spring ball and we're done.
Dude, it's
like,
crazy,
damn.
bro. It's crazy. Now, how do you guys do y'all spring ball? Do you guys do like you guys get it done in 3 weeks? You guys get in 4? Like, what's your guys' practice schedule like for the spring?
I think it was like we had like 5 weeks, and then we do like 3 practice days where like we're in full pads and stuff, and then we have 2 days where it's just meetings, and then 1 day of just like lifting, meetings and stuff.
Okay.
It's a grind.
Yeah, no, it's a grind. We're like notorious. I don't know if this is saying too much, but I'll say it. I think we're like notorious for having like the longest spring ball ever. Like we're on the quarter system. It's not because of football. It's because of like our like school system. We're on the quarter system. So like when we go on spring break, we come back and start like a whole nother set of classes. So like we do 2 or 3 weeks before, go off for like finals and spring break for 2 weeks, then like come back on and then like reboot spring ball basically. But like once again, it seemed like when you look at it on the calendar, you're like, damn, this is a lot. And then you fucking blink and like you said, you're on your 5th week. It's crazy.
Yeah, so you talk about your senior year. Let's go back to last year real quick. So the big thing when I was wrestling last year was the Fighting Reese Davises.
Yeah.
How did that become such a big thing in the locker room and everything?
Dude, it was going into the Wisconsin week, right? And
yeah, that was the top 25 matchup.
Yeah, that was an awesome. I mean, Wisconsin's always a hype game. They're an excellent program we respect a lot, and just like every year, that's going to be a game that helps decide the West. And I think it was Joey Galloway on ESPN that was like, it was like the top 25, and we were already like 8. And he was like, yeah, they're playing with a lot of effort, but then at the end of the day, they're a bunch of Fighting Reese Davises, just like basically calling us a bunch of like slow, unathletic white guys. No offense to Reese Davis. We met him, he was doing like, he was literally like the coolest dude ever. But we were like, all right, like, what is that? That's a little shaky. And yeah, so we took a little offense to that. And also like the way he said it. And once again, like, those guys are awesome, obviously like great professionals, but it's just something that, we took and maybe made it a little more than it was for that motivation. Cause like, the season starts to drag and you got to keep finding ways to get up every single week. And, when you get something to spice it up a little bit and maybe add just a little extra flair to the fire you already have going, like that's all it was getting behind that. So then obviously like, I don't know if you guys saw like Riley Lee's like running around, Mike up the one day, like, hey, Reese Davis #1, Reese Davis 2. It's like being a jackass, but having fun with it. Once again, just like at the end of the day, like it's just like having fun, finding more ways to motivate. And I don't know, it worked out solid that week for sure. But he came, like I said, Reese Davis came on a Zoom call that Monday after we beat Wisconsin and just couldn't have been cooler of a dude. I also know Joey Galloway like tried to redeem himself a little bit. Also seems like a great guy, but it was fun too. Also, we got hooked up with a bunch of Reese's cups from the Reese's Senior Bowl because they like tied the words together. Like, all right, cool, sure.
Hey, I'm not going to complain about free.
Yeah, they sent them to the coach's office. They're like, yeah, come get some. I'm like, all right, fuck yeah.
You talk about beating Wisconsin and being ranked high. How did you guys go from 3-9 to 7-2 last season?
Dude, for sure. I mean, it's so hard to say because, like, as you guys know, as everyone knows, like, last year was so freaking weird. Fucking, what's it called? COVID and everything. It was just such a unique year. But really, I just felt like that whole entire year, like, everything that was thrown at us, we really did a good job handling. Like, when COVID started to happen, and we started seeing things getting pushed back further and further, and then getting told, all right, you're not coming back to this campus till this date, till this date, till this date. Okay, now we don't have a date. I think, honestly, it just, like, started from within the team, like, position groups holding each other accountable, getting on, not just doing your workouts, but excelling in them, like, finding ways to still compete, through videos and stuff on your phone to, like, show that you're doing your workouts. And then, obviously, just, like, had so many Zoom meetings and stuff and grinding with the playbook and getting down the mental things. And obviously also just, like, still finding ways to connect guys that you live by, working out with them at the field or whatever, and via Zoom, calling young guys, calling older guys that you don't think you're that close with, getting in meetings with them just to, like, get to know each other. I think, honestly, like, the bond, and I probably said this every single week of the season last year when I was on the phone with my mom or dad, just telling them, like, this locker room is just so close. Like, everyone is so close. And that honestly means a lot because, like, it feels like every locker room I've been in has been somewhat like that. But last year, like, the bond was just so tight. And I think that was born through all of the adversity that 2020 threw at us and how we handled it.
Yeah. So last year was a great year. So you coming back for your last year at Northwestern. So what should we expect from Northwestern moving forward?
Greatness, man. Championships. Just keep going on this trajectory that we're at. And freaking last year we were Big Ten West champs. Year before was a down year. Year before that, we were Big Ten West champs. You know where that trajectory is going as a Big Ten championship. And, that's where we want to be. And we understand that we got to earn that. Nothing is given. Ohio State's a hell of a team. Every team in the Big Ten is a hell of a team. You got to be ready to play every single week. And there's a reason why at the end of the year, the team that's holding the trophy is holding the trophy. And you just expect a bunch of dudes that are going to be playing with more effort than anybody and more toughness than anybody. And that's what's going to win football game.
Yeah, so now –
and obviously a shit ton of fucking juice, obviously.
Always got to bring the juice. So what's that –
obviously.
Now what's that Pat Fitzgerald story? Has any come to your mind?
Dude, oh my gosh. I feel bad. I'm blanking. He's a nutbag. He's awesome, but he's like a psychopath. That's the thing is maybe I've just become accustomed to him. And once again, I love Coach Fitz. He's a great dude, but maybe I've just become accustomed to him. Nothing's coming out to me. I'm sorry, man.
No,
yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we had Kyle Prater on, a former Northwestern receiver, and he just said Iowa week is just crazy because he Tigers Iowa, so Iowa week is crazy.
100%. Iowa week always goes fucking nuts. I remember I think it was my sophomore year. Yes, because we were playing at Iowa. That was when we locked the Big Ten West at Iowa. Was my sophomore year. And that year before our Tuesday practice, and Tuesday practice is always our biggest practice of the week. That's only when we're full pads in the week, getting after it. It's Iowa week, obviously, so we got the fucking music fucking blaring. We're jacked up, ready to go, getting stoked, already rolling, know what this game can mean. And Fitz is in the weight room before, and at our facility, our weight room is right attached to our indoor or whatever. And he's benching, he's going up. And once again, we weren't really in there when this was happening. But long story short, Fitz ended up benching 365 or 385 or some shit at 42 years old or whatever he is for a couple reps and comes fucking running out before practice, just fiending ready to go. And that just absolutely set the tone for the week. But no, Prater couldn't be more right about Iowa week always being a special week. And it's once again just another one of the Big Ten games we look forward to, man.
Yeah,
especially when you're playing up there, because I don't know if y'all have really take the look when you watch on film, but when you play there, it's literally the fans. If I'm sitting right here, there's an Iowa fan literally right here, just fucking yelling at you the whole entire time. 93, you fat ass, nonstop. And then the second you even glance, they just go fucking nuts. They literally assign themselves players and just start going nuts at you. And they're right there, but that's also why it's so fun to win there.
Yeah, Iowa, it's they've had some upsets at home. They beat Michigan a few years ago and they're ranked 1. They beat Ohio State a few years ago. So they got some upsets there at Iowa.
Oh yeah, man. Dude, people try to the Big Ten East is so strong. Big Ten West got it going on too, man.
They definitely got it going on. Especially when Northwestern was the Big Ten championship this year in the West.
Hell yeah, man.
So for the second part of the interview, we normally do rapid fire takes at the end of. So now we're gonna hit you with some rapid fire questions. You ready?
All right, let's go.
Go.
What is one thing you wish you knew before playing college football?
Oh my gosh. Fuck, I'm really gonna fuck up this rapid fire thing.
Now you good. It's not really that fast.
Yeah, that's not really that fast. No, you're good.
Dude, one thing wish I knew before playing college football. I don't think this hurt me too much, but how I've learned it more throughout my years here is how important warming up and mobility is. Every year I've gotten more and more into yoga and rolling and this therapy and this massage type and stuff like that. That is so huge. I feel that's a boring thing to say, but honestly, just that is so key for staying healthy. And honestly, it's just funny. I don't know, you look back at high school and you're oh yeah, do a couple high knees, you're good to go pretty much. But if I'm not fully warmed up, go through my 30-minute routine or whatever, I'm toasted. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel that's a boring answer, but that's definitely something I wish I knew a little bit sooner.
Yeah, it's definitely a boring answer. But so your major is communications, but your minor is theater.
Hell yeah.
You'd be the next Dwayne Johnson. And
oh my gosh. I mean, He's got a couple inches on me, and he's got that glowing Samoan skin. But besides that, I think, like, without a doubt, fuck yeah. The dude's unbelievable. He's fucking electric. He's the king of the world pretty much as far as you ask me. You know, he locked down the WWE probably better than anyone ever has, and that's what I'm trying to do next. But, yeah, I'm trying to follow that Dwayne Johnson trajectory.
Now, would you consider yourself the best fullback in the country?
Oh, my gosh. No, definitely not. Definitely not. I can honestly say no. I think maybe a couple plays. I do solid in that. I think I do what I need to do. I do what I'm asked to do. And fucking if you're in the hole, you're an unlucky son of a bitch. But besides that, I'm definitely not the best fullback in the country. You know, but with that being said, you know, I know you guys get a lot of NFL listeners, a lot of NFL coaches listening in on the Six Man podcast. You know, I'm a utility man. I'm there for anything. So for those people listening, hell yeah, I'm the best fullback in the country.
Good answer.
All right, so now let's go back to your actual position, D tackle. Is that the most important position in football, in your opinion?
Dude, that's so hard. That's so hard. Most important position? No, I don't think there's a single most important position. I think that's the beauty about the game is that on every snap, you need to have 11 individuals working cohesively, firing on all cylinders against 11 other dudes that are trying to put you on your ass, just guys imposing their will. I honestly don't think you'd say that about any position.
Now, you're from the Chicagoland. Now, Cubs or White Sox?
Dude, it's tough. I'm not like a huge baseball guy. Like, I'd rather watch paint dry than watch baseball on TV, but I love going to the park, you know, put a couple dogs down, have a couple brews. But, like, I always say Cubs because my grandma loved the Cubs. But I've been to more Sox games. I've had good times there. I don't know. I like them both. When Chicago sports, I'm winning. When Chicago sports, I'm winning. The city gets happy.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. White Sox winning it all this year. Don't even worry, man.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Bring it home. All right, so who would you say you model your game after in the NFL right now?
Yeah, okay, so I'd say the guy I look up to the most, not in the NFL right now, but is John Randall, number 93. That's why one of the main reasons I wear number 93. He played for the Minnesota Vikings, Hall of Famer. Undersized dude, about 6 feet, and just a fucking motor player. Motor, that's who I want to be. Just absolutely going every single rep, underdog mentality, and just kicking ass. 100% John Randall. I'd say in the NFL right now, I really been watching a lot of film on like guys like Sheldon McClendon, 11-year vet in the NFL, playing for the Falcons, just an absolute savage. His run stopping ability and just his footwork is second to none. Guys like, I always look at guys like Anton Woods, Dejan Sanat, DJ Jones, just like any 6'1" defensive tackles playing in the interior, shutting down the run and getting to the quarterback here and there. Like those are the guys I watch and the guys I want to be like.
Sounds like you do a better job than Ryan Pace as a GM, man.
Dude, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there right now. I'm pulling for the Bears, but making some choice moves. Once again, I definitely don't know. Ryan Pace will forget more about football than I or any of us will ever know, but that still doesn't mean I agree with everything that's going on.
Now, the next question is, what is the hardest part about being a Division I athlete? Definitely them 5 a.m.s.
Dude, 5 a.m.s, I'm a morning guy. Like, I don't hate the 5 a.m.s. I'd say just, like, the consistency you need to bring in every day in your attitude, in your work ethic, and handling adversity, because there's always going to be something. You're gonna pop a hamstring one day, and that sucks. And then you're going to get back, you're going to be healthy, and then your technique's just going to be off, and your coach is going to be hounding you. And then you're going to be thinking, I'm better than the guy that's in front of me, but you love that guy, and you're fighting that battle, that internal conflict. There's just always something. And, you know, over the course of 4 or 5 years, like, it's really hard to be extremely consistent. So just, like, no matter what you're going through, keeping the same attitude, keeping the same work ethic, and just, like, trusting in the process, trusting in God. Just the consistency, I think, is the biggest thing, and that one of the hardest things to maintain, because it's really easy to just let yourself slip.
Yeah.
All right, so now we had some great answers for this question. So it's a very popular one. It's my mom's favorite one, actually.
Okay, let's go.
What is one game you went off where nobody was stopping you at all?
one game I went off the
That could
nobody.
be any level. That could be Pop Warner, like being Northwestern.
Okay, dude, like when I started playing ball, I was fucking sick. Like I'm okay now. Like I'm trying to get better, trying to pursue my dreams. You know, make it to the league. I'm going to. That's my goal. But like 4th grade, St. Raphael, Eagles in Naperville, Illinois, I was fucking mowing dudes. I would get so worked up, dude. Dude, we were fucking crazy. My dad would have us had the back of the truck opened up, just blaring AC/DC, fucking subs going nuts, AC/DC screaming, taping me up, spatting the cleats, doing everything, tying up the sleeves in 4th grade and stuff, just ready to go. And we'd just go out there and wreck people, man. It was the best. It was so much fun. I remember in that league, it was, once again, it's like third, 4th grade football. You look back at it now, and you're like, this shit's fucking adorable. Are you kidding me? But like, I remember back then, if you got up by like 3 or 4 scores or something, the team could take out one player on offense and one player on defense. And they would always take out our quarterback, who was a stud, or our middle linebacker, who was a stud on defense, and then they'd take me out on offense because I was just like a wrecking ball. And I would get so upset about it because I just wanted to keep playing. I'd be like on the sideline, just, the fucking angry crying. And dude, I mean, those were the best. Those were some of the best days, man. But yeah, I mean, I feel it once again. I don't know if other guys are like, oh yeah, Ohio State couldn't stop me. Well, they pretty good players. They definitely could. They definitely had their share of reps. That's why we play in the Big Ten. They're gonna get a couple. But yeah, dude, back in the day, we were living, boys.
Yeah, we played St. Raphael too. We played like middle school, and we played.
Okay, hell yeah.
Our 8th grade year, we played with like 12 guys. We would just destroy kids. We had like 12, 13 kids. We go both ways and just destroy.
Hell yeah, dude, it was the best. Dude, I have a question for you guys, because is that okay? One of our favorite things to talk about is like the crazy shit we did in youth football. And like, no coaches shall be named, and I've had some unbelievable coaches at every single level. Also, if anyone's looking for accountability, my dad was always one of my coaches, so like throw him under the bus. But obviously kidding, always were safe. But like, I don't know about you guys, but like every practice was like, okay, we do warm-ups and then we do like a hitting drill, which was like Tunnel of Love or some crazy fucking drill where dudes were just mowing each other. Do you guys are like, my one buddy always talks about like his coach would make them do wall sits on like a chain link baseball fence for like 13 minutes at a crack. And he's like, people would be crying and throwing up. It's unbelievable. But I want to know, do you guys have like any unreal like youth football drills or stories that just were heinous?
Yeah, I had this one drill. It was called like the shed drill. So one kid starts right here, and then like the whole team is right here, and they're going to your shoulder, and it's like they keep going to your opposite shoulder, and you just get demolished. And we had
the whole team is just
this whole team was just running at you.
Oh my gosh!
And then we had this one kid who was like terrible. He never played football before. First day he did that drill, I don't think he came back. But he was on his ass every time. I was like, come on, coach, stop the drill, man. Throw an away flag.
Dude, that is unbelievable. I've never heard that one before.
It's not a real thing,
the whole
man.
team lined up, alternating each side.
Yeah, and kids just running at you at a 45-degree angle. Just
That's ridiculous.
You gotta shut them up. It's crazy. And you're like 12.
That's ridiculous.
And then you want to
take
get like stripers and
so
stuff.
serious.
Yeah.
Like the Friday Night Tyke show. I don't know if you ever watched it, but
yeah.
These parents treat it like their kid going to the league right now.
Gosh, and like I said, like we were intense. Me and my dad were always super intense, especially on game days and stuff, or rolling the practice. Always took it seriously, but like have some fun too. Like some of these parents, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's okay. They're gonna be okay.
Yeah, some of these kids act like Kevin Durant and then take their kids to the next AAU team they see down the street or something. It's crazy.
I see these things. It's like fucking like 4th grader commits to Oregon.
Yeah, like Baby Gronk. Yeah, you see Baby Gronk.
What is that? Like, what is going on?
I wish I had offered when I was in 4th grade.
Hope the best for the kid. Like, good for him. That's awesome. That like, dude, like, make sure you enjoy it because you got a long time to go.
If I was 4th grade, I had an Oregon offer. Oh my God, my Xbox Live party would be living. I would never work again. I'd be like, hey, look my name up right now.
Oh, I'm the real deal. I'm Baby Gronk, dude.
Check my rivals.
And once again, hope the best for that kid. But like, I don't know, man. I feel like that'd be a lot of pressure as a 4th grader. Like, I was still ripping G.I. Joes and Nerf guns in 4th grade. Like,
yeah,
that's tough.
I was doing the tech decks in fourth grade.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Tech tags, be in the fucking corner. My boys rolling some Bakugan before school. Come on now.
But now, the next question. What is a sport you would have played if you didn't play football?
Hell yeah. So I wrestled from kindergarten until freshman year of high school and loved it. Wrestling is – I owe so much to wrestling. Absolutely love the sport. One of my only regrets is I think I may have left it a little too early because I really loved it and think I could have been solid in high school. But, like, I mean, like, that's one that, like, maybe, you know, for the listeners, quote fingers, realistically, quote unquote, I could have been solid at. But, like, I mean, if this is, like, a question, like, oh, if you could be, like, the GOAT in any sport besides football, would it be, like, I think being, like, Messi or Ronaldo would just be so sick. Like, are you kidding me? Or, like, being on LeBron's level, like, every sport just absolutely blows my mind what these fucking athletes can do. The NFL to MLS to everything. But, like, I don't know. I think it'd be – I think about I'm horrible at basketball. Like, I'm horrendous, guys. But I just think it'd be so cool to be there's just so much
I
swag.
swear, man.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I suck at basketball too, but I always, hey, 1v1 me. And then I
Yeah. No, I think I'm sweet. Like, I'll be, like, dribbling or, like, shooting on my hoop at home or something. I'm like, Mom, take a video. I just look like a jackass.
If I'm on the court, I'm getting 6 fouls, 20 rebounds,
100%.
all effort.
Yes, 100%. On the boards, baby, all over.
Yeah, definitely rocking the Black Air Force Ones there with the auto steals, the rebounds.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let's say, I mean, you look like a Mortal Kombat kind of guy. So let's say if you're walking in an alley, you know, it's 3 a.m., you're walking an alley, you need some assistance. Who are you taking next to you in a fight, in a street fight?
Okay. Should this be you want, like, a teammate or you want, like, a celebrity?
Anybody you want.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Like,
who would you want defending?
I also like that you guys said Mortal Kombat because, like, the new thing we've been doing in practice is, like, anytime we're getting, like, a water break or, like, there's, like, a slight hiccup, which for the most part, like, you're sprinting your ass off from drill to drill. You know that, dog. But, like, just, like, gas the whole time. But, like, anytime we're saying that we started, like, Mortal Kombat rocking, it's real fucking fun. Stupid little shit like that just gets you through the day. But, dude, I'm taking, like it's so hard not to pick like a Brock Lesnar or some shit like that. Because like that dude's not only large as shit, but like has his wrestling background, has his UFC. Like he knows how to knock you out, how to submit you. Like that dude's got the intimidation factor on 10, as well as like lethal as shit. Yeah. I mean, I have you gotten any better answers than Brock Lesnar? Like, what are some of the other feedback on that?
You're the first one we asked that, actually. So
yeah, that's a good question.
Cool. Yeah. Hell yeah. If I'm taking from my team,
That's a good answer.
Yeah, okay. If I'm taking from my team, I'm taking the fucking Gallagher brothers. Those are like my two best friends. I've lived with Blake the past 2 years. He's about to go to the league. He's going to do awesome. And then his younger brother, Bryce. And those are just two fucking psychos. They're the best. But yeah, those are good dudes to have in your quarter too. If I can't, I think 2 Gallaghers might equal a Brock Lesnar. So I think that's a solid equation.
Now this next question, we've been getting some strong answers, similar answers, but let's see what you got for us. Now you have 3 dinner guests, dead or alive. Who are you choosing?
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so tough because it's like, well, like, I don't know.
I don't know. People say Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, what kind of dinner party is this? Like, if it's like just dinner, sit down and dive in, it's like, okay, easy. Like, Jesus, Gandhi, and I don't know, like, you know, someone like that.
Like Martin Luther King or something.
Yeah, MLK, perfect. Like that is one that I'm like sitting there with like fucking a dozen of these yellow notepads and just like asking everything. But then if it's like, if we're gonna fucking rage a little bit, like, I don't know, like Flo Rida, Rick Ross, like Martin Garrix, like that's gonna be a damn good time. And like the dinner that I'm gonna have with them is gonna be a lot different than the dinner with Jesus and Gandhi. And like, I think Jesus is okay with me saying that.
That's a great way to look at the question.
I'm saying.
All right, so for the last question, we ask everybody this.
Favorite.
It's a very strong answer, the funniest one though. In the movie Cars, do they have life insurance or car insurance?
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna give an answer here, and it's gonna be super like fucking lame Northwestern. Like, oh, you're thinking it out too much. You're being a bitch. But like,
Health
I'm saying,
insurance is not an answer.
What'd you say?
Somebody said
Health insurance is not an answer.
The health insurance? No, dude. I'm thinking of the Progressive commercials. It's the bundle. But no, I'm saying like they're calling it car insurance, but it's in their world, it's life insurance. I don't know. Like that's how I'm thinking of it. But like,
exactly.
So I guess what I'm saying is it is life insurance, but it's called car insurance. Once again, I feel like it's a stupid answer. I don't know, guys. What's been the result? What's been winning with that one?
Definitely life insurance, right?
Definitely life insurance.
Doing the Family Feud. Good answer.
Yeah. Good answer. Dude, we watch Family Feud. Me, Troy Hugh, that's my roommate, every single night religiously. Like, I would do anything to meet Steve.
All right, so that's all we got for this interview. You've been great, man. You know we go 6-Man Blitz, go support you moving forward and support Northwestern moving forward too.
Appreciate you guys. Obviously pulling for y'all, pulling for 6-Man Blitz, pulling for you and the Huskies, bro. Like, can't thank you guys enough for having me on. Seriously, this is so awesome all I do and this, and just appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you, man. All right, welcome back for an interview. Hope you guys liked that. Joe is a very electric guy, as you guys can tell. The juice is feeling is. We can feel it, man. We can feel it. All I got to say, hopefully Northwestern goes back-to-back for the Big Ten. That'll be electric. You know, we definitely got to be supporting Joe in the future and everywhere he goes from there. But now let's kick it over to sports talk. Not a lot today since that interview was so long. So we got a few things to hit. Sam Darnold was traded to the Carolina Panthers pretty much for not a lot. A 6th-round pick this year. Next year, 2nd or 4th round. Is this a good move for the Panthers?
I think it's a more strategic move because they know at 8 they're not going to get the quarterback they want.
Especially
if you get a quarterback like Darnold, it's a guy with a lot of potential. It's like almost drafting a quarterback. But basically with Joe Brady, I like what the system they have with the Panthers. It's going to be a step up from Adam Gase. You know, you see Ryan Tannehill when he left Adam Gase turned into a good quarterback.
It's going to be a huge step up.
I think Darnold we're going to see the best version of Darnold with the Panthers. And that Rodney Anderson connection from the Jets, I think it's a smart move. I wish the Bears would have made it, but, you know, they didn't.
I would have loved the Bears to make it, especially for that, not giving up 1st-round pick or a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah, the only thing was we don't really have a good offenses, you know, coaches and stuff to help him.
So it's not, but so they're talking – last year, Sam Darnold, he was playing with Frank Gore. Our wide receiver 1 was James and Crowder. Receiver number 2 was Braxton Burrows. Like, you can't win games like that, and you can't put it on Darnold. And Panthers they got a great defense. The defense was great last year. It's very young. They got some great playmakers, DJ Moore, and then Robbie Anderson. I wonder how Robbie Anderson feels about this trade against Sam Darnold back. But Darnold, I think Darnold's better than Wilson, obviously, because he's played 3 years. Everyone keeps raving about Wilson, but Darnold's been in the league for 3 years. But I think it's just a Ryan Tannehill move for the Jets. Yeah. And especially for the Panthers, they knew they weren't going to get anybody 8. This is a great move for them. Not really giving up anything. And hey, comeback player of the year, Sam Darnold. He ain't coming back from nothing. He ain't coming back nothing but being trash. But Sam Darnold, comeback player of the year, all right?
The talent is there, though. He makes some throws. He's there. Just needs the right system. So, I mean.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so now let's move into a new segment that we call Bank Trustee. Who do you trust the most? NBA edition. We're going to go teams this time. So let's start off with the Eastern Conference. 3 best teams, in our opinion, and most people's opinion. Sixers, Bucks, and Nets. Who do you trust the most?
No, I'm going to get a little biased with this. No. But I'm going to be a little biased. But I'm going to give, like it's going to be more than just bias, all right? So now the Nets, everybody sees them as this great team when they're healthy. They're not really as healthy, but I trust the 76ers more. You know why? Than the Bucks and the Nets. Because, in the past years, the one thing that's not been getting the Sixers past is when they play the Celtics. They always play the Celtics and fumble the bag because Brett Brown gets outcoached by Brad Stevens. That That's not going to happen this year. Doc Rivers is a proven coach, and I like the team they got. They got good team camaraderie, and they got shooters. They got Ben Simmons is playing. Ben Simmons can lock down anybody on like the best player on the other side team. That's what I think. And Embiid is the MVP.
Wait, say that again?
Embiid is the MVP.
No, before that. Ben Simmons can lock up who?
Anybody.
KD will drop 30 on that, man. Stop playing.
He's going to make it a rough night for KD. KD is not just anybody. You know KD is not just anybody, though.
Who would Ben Simmons guard on the Nets?
Blake Griffin?
If you guard Blake Griffin, it's going to be a long-ass night for the Sixers. You don't even show up to the game at that point.
You go stop him from dunking.
You go have to find a new job at that point.
Whenever you have Danny Green making shots, you got a good thing going. Now, I like the end. I don't really trust – you know why we don't trust the Bucks? They get into the playoffs. They lose. So it's either the Sixers or the Nets. So I'm interested to see who you're going to say.
I would never pick the Bucks a day in my life. Giannis can't do anything, according to James Harden. But I definitely got to go Nets because of LaMarcus Aldridge's performance last night, Wednesday night. Him dropping more than 20 points and having – I think he had like 9 rebounds. That was insane. But KD came off the bench, so you got to, put that in consideration too. But if they're all out on the floor, Kyrie, Harden, Durant, Aldridge, Blake Griffin.
Shit. That's the Monstars, low-key.
My 2013 fantasy team would look amazing. But so I feel like I trust them the most because they got the most star power. NBA MVP James Harden right now is going insane. That's a debate for another day. It's going to come down to the wire, though, especially because Embiid was hurt. But Harden has been playing amazing.
Hamstring injury going to get him.
Yeah, when he comes back. But, I mean, we have to see all 3 of these play together, though.
The only thing that's going to stop the Nets, to be honest, is themselves. That's the only thing that's going to stop them.
Amir is going to stop them, man. And, they got a young coach in Steve Nash. That's not, it is Steve Nash, one of the greatest players of all time, though. But that is, he hasn't experienced coaching in the playoffs, like being the head coach in the playoffs. He's been the assistant coach, so now he's the head coach. So it's going to be interesting, though. But I would definitely say the Nets just because how much star power they have. Don't get me wrong, Sixers with Doc Rivers are a different team than they had been before. But this Nets team just looks – I think I got them winning the championship right now.
Yeah, if LeBron James beats if the Lakers can beat the Nets, that GOAT conversation is definitely closer.
It's been closer for a while now. He's got 4. So.
That shit is definitely there. But I'll never disrespect Michael Jordan on the 6-Man podcast. He's still the GOAT.
Yeah, he gonna come on next week. I think he's our guest next week. So gotta enjoy that. But so for the West, going Lakers, Clippers, and the Utah Jazz. Who you trust most?
All right. Nah, the only reason I wouldn't trust the Lakers the most is because we don't know if AD is going to come back healthy. But with this timeline, his injury, this is the injury he had before, and it's really like, is he going to be 100%?
Don't you say the Clippers. Don't you say the Clippers.
I don't trust the Jazz.
Don't say the Clippers.
It comes down to the Clippers.
I can shoot better than Paul George in the playoffs. No, and Joe Spivak can shoot better than the Paul George in the playoffs.
If you look at it, the Clippers, the team you saw last year, is not going to be this year because they have Rajon Rondo. He's going to bring a different edge to this
Such
Clippers.
Such a big factor.
He's gonna sit down with Paul George and be like, you can't be doing that shit in the playoffs.
Paul George going, Pandemic P. Hit the side of the backboard. Man, get out of here talking about the Clippers. I don't want to hear that.
Clippers are the team I trust the most. I don't know what to tell you.
Your championship right now.
Do you trust the Jazz? Do you trust the Jazz?
No,
Be honest.
No. I trust the Jazz more than the Clippers, though.
I don't know.
I had the Jazz making it farther than the Clippers.
You know you're gonna ruffle some feathers with this list because the Suns, they just beat the Jazz last night. They should be getting some respect too. But
The Suns won the Clippers too.
all right, relax.
We just have to put the Clippers on there because that's your pick, and that's you can't put 4 teams on there. But hey,
You know how I'm doing picks, bro. I already had Baylor winning it all, and I got that right.
I was literally right there with Gonzaga. We literally had a championship picks. Like, it's don't toot your own horn. Like, hey, congrats though, man. Congrats.
And you didn't post it everywhere like I told you to. All over, it should have been every 6-man Blitz account.
Man, that was our first episode. You were talking like this. You got them fat ass beats. I think the Baylor Bears are gonna win the championship. They
Come a long way.
got 2 ranked Big 10, Big 12 Defenders of the Year. We couldn't post that, man. We were gonna get flamed.
Larry Butler, man.
Hey, if you check our TikTok, man, we getting flamed already. We said Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley are better than Christian McCaffrey. We was getting flamed, man. So you can't get flamed anymore. Not for a while.
TikTok, they take it so personal. Like, if you say something that they don't agree with, they're just like, bro, get off TikTok, bro. Like, and it'd be like a 10-year-old saying that behind the phone and shit.
Hey, but we go turn into Colin Coward, start making some outrageous takes on TikTok, though. Get some more views. So. But for a bank trustee in the West, I'll say the Lakers. One of the best big men in the league and one of the best players in the league, and LeBron James and Anthony Davis. That's an unstoppable duo. You got the addition of Dennis Schroeder, and he's expanding into a bigger role right now because he has to. But if the Jazz open up, if the Lakers are like a 6, 7, 8 seed, and the Clippers maybe might open up against the Lakers, that's maybe the Jazz
Get my popcorn ready. That's gonna be a series.
Jazz still got the first round. They still got the first seed, right?
Yeah, the Jazz.
Let's look at the standings right now.
It's the Jazz, Suns.
The Lakers are the
Clippers.
fifth. Lakers are the 5th seed right now. But
And dude, nobody's even talking about Denver either. Denver has been like undefeated since Aaron Gordon.
Denver's the 4th seed. If they can have Jamal Murray step up in any way, that would be helpful. But Lakers would play the Denver Nuggets right now. Clippers would play the Trailblazers again. Dame time, baby. Dallas would play the Suns, and then Memphis would play Utah. So if the Lakers keep falling to a 6, 7 seed, they could open up against the Clippers or the Suns. That would be pretty interesting.
I'd want to see Trailblazers versus Clippers.
I think everybody.
That Cancun, I'm trying to see that. Like, Dame
Cancun.
Lillard, he gonna go off.
He going off all the time. He top 3 MVP voting right now. So, but he's on the West Coast, so he doesn't get that much recognition. But what you got for closing remarks, man? Let's take it away to the home stretch.
I'm tired of the disrespect to Justin Fields. Now, I get he's an Ohio State quarterback, and those really don't translate well to the NFL. You see some of them, working at your local. No, I'm just playing. Well, what are those leagues that JT Barrett was in?
Oh, the Spring League.
That one league got shut down like 3 days.
The Spring League, XFL, AAF.
But yeah, Justin Fields is making these same throws that Zach Wilson is making, but his competition is better. Northwestern, Joe will tell you, man. But I like Justin Fields and Trey Lance a little more than I like Mac Jones and Zach Wilson, but that's a topic for another day. Put some respect on them. Let's get more black quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm just rooting for them. Yeah,
we definitely need some more African-American quarterbacks in the NFL, especially with Teddy Bridgewater, taking the back burner.
And Deshaun Watson.
Ooh, hey, touchy subject, man.
What are you gonna say though? We don't want to get canceled.
Can't get canceled, man. Not this early, man. Not like a lot of people are listening, but not this early, man. So, my closing remark: the boy Joseph Yesufu going from Drake to Kansas, huge jump going from what conference are they in? What is it? The Missouri Valley?
I couldn't tell you.
Missouri Valley to the Big 12, playing under one of the greatest coaches of all time, Bill Self. One of the hardest workers I've been around. I remember we used to go in like 6 a.m. workout, TB in there shooting around like the day before a game or right after a loss in the game. So he definitely deserved this moment, and I'm definitely rocking some Kansas gear in the future. Got to get him on 6-man Blitz soon.
Yes, sir.
So what you got for song of the week, man?
Now, bro, Giveon Heartbreak Anniversary. Nah, you put this shit on, bro. I don't care what's your day been like. It's just automatically sad. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is about this song, bro. Start crying a little and shit. It's just like, damn, it hits you too hard, but I love it. It's a good song.
Song of the week for me, I'm going to go Lil Tecca City Lights going on SoundCloud. It's been out for a while, snippets. Full song just got released on SoundCloud. So that's all I've been listening to all week.
I have to download SoundCloud to listen to it.
Hey. So, yeah, I'm going Lil Tecca. So that's all we got for this, guys. That's all we got for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Keep subscribing. Keep telling people about us. We're right there to 100. We didn't realize how far we'd come in this little time. I know 100 subscribers doesn't seem a lot to you guys, but it's a lot to us.
It's a journey.
It's a lot to us. Definitely where we started. We were talking about today. We started off with the Beat headphones, and we're talking. We pulled up the national championship predictions. We came a long way from this. So anything can help us. Just keep telling people. Keep letting people know. Any 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts helps get our name out there. Just even if you don't even like us, just tell somebody, hit that 5-star rating. That's all. You don't even need your support. Just subscribe. Don't even listen. That's what I tell you. You don't even got to listen to the show. Just subscribe, hit the 5-star rating, and we appreciate you, man. Go on with your day, man. But yeah, keep downloading. It means a lot to us, and that's all we got for you guys. See you guys next week. Peace.
Sure.